everybody again. It might be because your business got closed down. It might be because you lost your job. It might be because you just want to be able to leave your home. It might be because you don't want a mandatory vaccination. What do all these things have in common? Freedom of choice. The fundamental building block of society. Without that freedom of choice, we see what's happening. Look at the rest of the people staying home. Look at all these places closed down. That's what happens when you lose your freedom of choice. And now we have to acknowledge, why did this happen? They played on our emotions and our best interests and our fear. They told us. They gave us these models and said, if you don't give up your rights, our hospitals will be overwhelmed. There will be anarchy, hundreds of thousands dead. So what did we say? They said, close us down for 2 weeks. 2 weeks is all it'll take to flatten the curve. What is flatten the curve? It doesn't mean stop infection. It means prevent hospitals from being overwhelmed. So they told us, 2 weeks, flatten the curve. We're 10 weeks in. I looked at the hospital data, May 11th. Ontario has 493 hospitals. We have over 10,000 beds. We have currently 1,027 COVID patients. That is not even 10% capacity. So the curve was flattened. There was never a curve. We were never close to overwhelming our hospitals in the first place. Ever. So lockdown was based on a lie to begin with. And now that people have realized the lie, what are they telling us? Now it's about infection rates. We need to lower infection rates. And until we see lower infection rates, everything stays closed. And then what do? They go and they start testing 3, 4, 5 times as many people as they tested 2 weeks ago. Gee, I wonder if they're going to find more infections if you're testing exponentially more people.
False positive.
The hospitals aren't getting full, and the weather gets up. You know, coronavirus dies in the sunlight. They admitted it. Yet they're telling everybody to stay home. Eat that drive-through. Watch your TV. Don't go out. Don't socialize. Don't get that vitamin D. In fact, vitamin D can't help your immune system, the government of Canada said. They actually did say this. It's how ridiculous it is. Now, we have Doug Ford. I heard him talk. It's hard to listen to him speak, but you have to listen to them speak only so you can hold them accountable for what they have said. So what did he say? He said, we're opening Ontario, so the protests are unnecessary. Don't worry, I'm here, I'm looking out for you guys. We're gonna have a 3-phase plan. Each plan has 2 stages. So let's do the math, that's 6 stages. Each stage is a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks. So our stages and phases add up to at least 6 to 9 weeks before opening. And that does not even start until May 19th. But what did he open? Oh, he can go golfing with his buddies. He can get his chef to come to his house and cook his meals. He can get his cleaner to come and clean his house. His pool boy to make sure the pool's nice and fresh. But you can't go to work. You can't open your business. In fact, he was so pompous and arrogant and showed how out of touch of reality and out of touch with his constituents he was, that he was there to make jokes and say, I want to get my hair cut too. Buddy, we don't want to get our hair cut. We want the people who cut hair for a living and the people who own those salons to go back to work. Do you understand? It's that simple. This disconnect from reality that he is showing is because he got a taste of this power. And as we know, power corrupts. And when you have absolute power, it corrupts absolutely. And that is what we are seeing today. Lockdown is being extended for political reasons. This entire economic so-called destruction, the so-far 10% reduction of our GDP, that's Great Depression levels, is targeted specifically to small business. While big business is thriving, small business is dying. This is not an accident. And this is why they keep making excuses to close you down. Let's do the Doug Ford math. If phase 1, stage 1 starts on May 19th, like he said, restaurants, salons, all the small businesses that are struggling the most right now, he said, he didn't even give a date, he said, maybe stage 2 or phase 3. Phase 3 is 9 weeks from May 19th. How many businesses can survive from March 16th to August without any income? I want to ask you guys a question. How many people here are business owners? How many people? Okay, of you people, how many of you are having your losses covered by the government during this time? I don't think any of you. And all we're seeing every day is more jobs being lost and more businesses closing down. And they're trying to tell you that you have no choice but to listen to them. They are using threats of fines and arrest if you dare try to go against their dictates and you dare try to provide for your family. Well, we're getting to that. That's what we're getting to. If you guys saw a few days ago, there was a monumental victory, barely reported by the so-called mainstream media. Wisconsin sued in the Supreme Court, and they found extended lockdown of the population a violation of human rights. They overturned it completely, and today in Wisconsin, they are 100% open, and they have no social distancing measures. They don't have schools that look like prisons, and they don't have their politicians dictating exactly how they can live their lives. It's absolute ridiculousness, and that's going to get emulated everywhere. In fact, there's already lawsuits at the provincial and federal level to do the same thing in Canada. And why are they using fear tactics? Because they know that what they are doing is illegal, and they know that if you choose not to comply and you challenge them, their fines are nothing but toilet paper. If they arrest you, they are opening themselves up to lawsuits in the hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's why they are trying to scare you. Business owners, you cannot wait. If you wait and keep waiting the 2 weeks, you're finished. And if you guys are finished, all the jobs you supply are finished. Our GDP, that 10% reduction, 12%, 15% if it goes long enough, that's not a temporary, that's a permanent thing. Those jobs are not coming back. But I guarantee you the government's going to need 100,000 or so contact tracers very soon to be paid for with our tax dollars. And if you business owners don't stand up, and you don't do what needs to be done, and it's open your businesses. When the school session starts in September, their new normal will start to roll out. Your kids will be afraid to walk through a doorway unless there's a red dot on both ends and someone there to tell them it's safe, you can go now. Is this what you want? Is the threat of a fine worth more to you than the future of your children? We have assembled. We have spread awareness. That was phase 1. Phase 2 is taking action. We cannot sit around and talk anymore. I have started a network of business owners who want to open, who will open, and they will have a unified legal representation. We will have hundreds of businesses fighting the same fight together against the government. And they will not challenge us. They do not have the power, they do not have the legal authority to do it. Everything they are doing is illegal, and they are getting away with it because people will not speak up, and people will not do anything. If I come to your house and rob you blind right in front of your face, and you choose not to do anything, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to tell you 2 weeks. interests at heart. But at this point, when they're making jokes about you losing your businesses, when they don't even respect you enough to give you a date, when they come up with these ridiculous plans for your children that you know are designed to produce robotic, unthinking, unquestioning, completely spineless slaves for the new world. If that's what you want for your family, then call me crazy, think I'm wrong. But if you guys want to stop this, it starts with the small business owners. You guys are the front line. This is war. Think of war. You guys are on the front line. Yes, some of you are going to get shot at. Ooh, not literally. I'm meaning metaphorically. But that's how this works. And we will be there to support each other. Nobody is going to get left behind. If anybody chooses to open their business and they come on with a fine, you can call me personally and I will be there. I will send the lawyer. I will help fund your fight. I will make sure everybody has a voice and everybody can say no. When you know something is wrong, you are obliged to say no and not comply. If you comply, you're saying this is okay. Like, is this okay? Do everyone here think this is okay? Thank you.
Freedom!
Who is the government to decide what is essential? Have you guys read or watched 1984? Thank you.
Freedom! 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 Freedom!
That's what it comes down to.
Freedom! 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 Freedom!
You're scared, or you're rich and you don't need to work, then by all means stay home. You're not at any risk. But if you, like the rest of the people here, want to live your life, want to go to work, or need to go to work, that is your human right. Do you understand? It's a right. A right cannot be suspended by the government. A right cannot be taken by the government. It is not granted by the government. It is your human right, no matter where you are, anywhere on the planet. When we allow the government to dictate who is essential and who is not, when you allow the government to pick winners and losers, we all lose. I hope you understand that. Let that sink in. You do not want them to have that power over your life. And that is what they want. They want small business gone. They want everybody working for large corporations or having a government job. And they want the rest of you on a universal income where you can barely make ends meet. And those checks are going to come with strings. Strings that look like vaccines. And strings that look like tracking apps. And maybe even worse. But we won't even go there. The bottom line is, everything is based on a lie. A lie that we have proven is not even an issue. There is no curve. There is no threat to the hospitals. There is no threat to us. We have 5,000, 5,500 deaths. The flu kills 8,500 every year. Imagine we decided to lock our kids in prisons and make them stand on dots every time somebody got sick with the flu. Imagine we put on the news every time someone died of heart disease. Do you know what the numbers would look like? They're treating this like an NBA All-Star game and showing you guys statistics on the TV to scare you, to keep you frightened. Because everything they are doing is illegal and everything they are doing is based on your compliance. It's time to start complying, and it starts with opening our small businesses. If you see any business that's open today, they are jam-packed. Packed. People are dying to go. They're not afraid of the virus. They're afraid of the government. Do not be afraid. We are all here for each other. We are all in this together, not them. We are against them. As any business owner here today, come and talk to me personally, and I will add you to the network. And we are going to come up with our opening date, Mr. Doug Ford. And once we open, we're open. And we're not going to adhere to your social distancing measures. We're not going to have our children waiting around on little red dots and eating their lunch at their desk in their classrooms and being told they have to have recess 6 feet away from their friends. No, we're going to have picnics. We're going to have barbecues. We're going to have business. We're going to have our old normal. There is no new normal. You understand? Ladies and gentlemen, it's simple. It's time to get us all back to work.
Lanterns
It's time to
on!
get all this bullshit behind us. Once and for all. Thank you.